Hello everyone, this is Mr. TLatch, and we're going to be playing some ICO today. To give you a little background on this game, this is actually a sequel to the famously popular game Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus was actually released a few years later, and and it was a prequel to this game, which came out in 2001. Both games have been beautifully remastered into a dual set, which I am playing right now. And we put the child into the goalie box of death because of the deformity. I guess that's how these futuristic societies work. Um, a lot of people would say this is a society in the past, but I gotta say, I mean, it looks like to me that they may be dystopian, something like that. It's just, theory. Um, yeah. So another little tidbit of information, pretty much the main storyline actually, is that this game, in this game, you're a character who is born with horns. There's a person every generation that's born with horns, and they take these people and they put them into these boxes, which you'll see here. Um, so we can assume that this has been going on for a very, very long time. Um, and this mysterious castle is where we're going to be spending the majority, if not all, of the game. I really haven't played it that much. I've played about 30 minutes into this game just for this video itself. Um, but yeah, so we cause a little bit of mischief and we break out of this box here. Someone's gonna be angry about that. Not my problem. And we're given full camera control, which very interesting thing there. I think it was pretty revolutionary. I think for 2001 to have dual stick control because this was originally out on the PlayStation 2. But another thing with this game is that it features a very powerful musical score. Mostly, I heard that during the menu opening. We won't get any of that right now, but take my word for it. And here we have entering the second person in this this little adventure we're having. Uh, you don't recognize it now, but this is going to be someone that's going to be following you around for the majority of the game. Uh, and here we go. See, this game really employs a lot of elements. First element would be the storytelling, and pretty much there's none. That was kind of weird for games like this. I mean, this is the time when you see, I believe Majora's Mask came out in 2000, and then in 2001 you had games like, I want to say Final Fantasy X came out around this time, and that was so deep in a story, people thought uh, M. Night Shyamalan, pretty much. Yeah, I'm intelligent. Look at that. Yeah, you're gonna be seeing a lot of that. This is a time when like Final Fantasy was coming out, and people were just blown away, and they just, oh my gosh, way too much, brain overload. But really, this game doesn't employ any of that. It says you're this kid, you're in a castle, uh, find your way out. You know, a lot of times games are praised for that kind of stuff, like Portal. We didn't really know anything about Portal. You were Shell. You didn't really even know your name was Shell. You were in a science facility. You were given this portal gun. You said, "Have at it," you know. And this game is actually, now that I think about it, it's pretty similar to something like that. Um, it just, it's an escape tale. You have to, the game designers had to feed off you know, your own will to survive, I guess, and they played off your fears and your instincts as a gamer and as a person. here I knew what to do, but I decided that I was gonna take a look around, I guess. Um, this whole first part of this series is actually gonna be a lot of me climbing, because to get past this first part of the game, you have to climb a lot. So um, that just gives us some more time to talk. I mean, I can just just talk right in the mic like this. It's like I'm buzzing in your ear. Buzz, 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 buzz. So to get a little bit into the character, there's really nothing to say. I mean, when you have a character like Link, and you put him in a game like Majora's Mask or Ocarina of Time, let's say Majora's Mask, for example, you had a game to base it off of. I mean, it was the same Link, kind of. Um, you had all these references to, oh, the Hero of Time did this, or Hero of Time did that. This game, you really don't know anything. You know that he's put in this unfair situation. He has to escape. Okay, to give you a little bit of information on that scene that just happened there, we're introduced to our second character. Finally, that was the girl we saw earlier in the black goopy mud, I guess. So we're gonna be seeing her quite a bit, and I wanted to make a note about that language in there. That language, I believe, is, I want to say it's a Chinese Latin that they play backwards. I believe I saw that on um yeah um on a website once. So there I just kind of walked away from the lever and was like, "Oh no, I got to go find the lever. Where's the lever at?" Oh, all right then. I just made a fool of myself in front of the tens of people that are going to be watching this. And we have to make our way back down now. Another thing to mention is the climbing mechanic in this game. From what I played, you're gonna be using the climbing mechanic quite a bit. They polished it up in Shadow of the Colossus and made it more in depth, but it was really, if you think about the kind of games that you had coming out in this time that were doing this type of thing, it was a lot of automatic stuff. It was like, jump on this thing, or run towards this thing, and you're gonna jump up this thing, and then you're gonna climb this thing. Here it's, you have to run over to this thing, hit a button to make yourself jump, grab on with R1, and then pull yourself up. There was a lot of that grip sensation that you had when you were hitting that button, and then a lot of that, I have to hold on or I'm gonna die sensation. But you didn't really feel it too much in this game, beyond just the little bit of puzzles that you had to do, you know, that involved getting to one area to another. But in Shadow of the Colossus, you had a lot of hold on or you're going to die. You had to climb the Colossus, you had to do all this stuff. But for the sake of this game, it was more, climb up, get to this area, hold on, you got to get over here. And to take a quick moment to look at the character that I'm using, the smock that you see on him, it kind of looks like a small cape, which I want one so bad. Um, it I believe it has some significance. I haven't quite figured it out myself. I'm trying to wrap my brain around this game still. It's so, it's very simple, but it has that sense of complexity to it that you have to analyze every single little thing and try and figure it out. But just as a gamer, that's your instinct. What's the message? But if you look at it, you kind of see that the design of the princess's dress is very similar to the design on the smock. And there's our little Nazca lines. If we can get, there's a good shot of the smock right there. It looks kind of like a clown face, but it, the designs are very similar. So you kind of have to say, well, all right, is that just some kind of coincidence? You know, maybe the game designers didn't really, do that on purpose. But it really begs the question, how, how much do you have to look in this game? That, and how much did they rip off of Twilight Princess? Well, no, sorry. How much did Twilight Princess rip off of this game? I mean, you know, these old Shadow Twilight characters look very familiar. Pick up the stick. Pick up, yeah, pick up the stick. There you go. And as we always do in this dystopian future, we hit stuff with Bernie sticks. And then we realize how stupid we look, and we grab the princess out of the hole before she dies. And I think I moved a bit too quick in this next part. I grabbed her and I said, alright, I know exactly where to go. Let's go do this. And I think I was supposed to be going into some type of combat situation here. Not really sure. But okay. We're gonna take her over to the giant Lego blocks. She's gonna do her whole princess thing. You know, as we saw in Ocarina of Time, princesses can open doors with magic. That's just what they do. Here I figured, okay, well I can climb up this thing. But what's she gonna do? And looking for another entrance over here, and then I realize after I jump back up here and I decide to leave her that she's not entirely useless. There she goes! Yay! I love you. Let's go. And right about here we get a really good view of how cinematic this game is. Here I'm trying to faff about with the camera, but you move around. If you just look at the landscape that extends beyond that very small space that you're given, you can grasp the amount of detail and artwork that had to go into a game that was really using lower end graphics. So that's just gonna about do it. We're gonna go sit on our magic chair and save our progress. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe, like it if you liked it, all that stuff. Thanks, bye.